Thanks so much for joining us here on this Thursday. I'm Brooke Hash. It is day 3 of the Steve Lawson trial, and as we just mentioned, prosecution rested its case. Lawson is charged with conspiracy to murder and tampering with physical evidence in the 2015 disappearance of the Bardstown mother of 5, Crystal Rogers. The defense now expected to bring witnesses to poke holes in what Lawson's attorneys call a narrative without substantive evidence. The case could be in the hands of the jury for deliberations as early as tomorrow night. Now, a number of bombshells have already been dropped in court, where we've learned Brooks Houck's mother and brother are still under investigation as co-conspirators in this case. Brooks is Rogers' ex-boyfriend and the main suspect in her death. Jurors also heard testimony from digital experts who traced Steve Lawson's phone location around the time Rogers vanished to Thompson Hill Road and the Bluegrass Parkway in Bardstown. That's where Rogers' car was found abandoned days later. They also testified that several calls, some between Steve Lawson and Brooks Houck, were deleted between July 3rd and 9th of that year. Crystal went missing during that 4th of July weekend. Electronics are not allowed in court, but our crews are taking notes and providing updates online throughout the day. You can follow along with those live updates inside the courtroom right now on WHAS11.com.
Kentuckians are strong and they're resilient, and as you heard, they've been hit hard a few times in the last months and years, but we come back and we rebuild and we come back better and stronger, and we get ready for whatever comes next.
Teams with FEMA in Louisville this week reminding residents of the federal aid available to people affected by recent floods and tornadoes. Mayor Craig Greenberg said more than 1,200 homes and businesses were affected in the last few months, but only 340 have applied for assistance. It's why FEMA teams are going door to door to make sure everyone is aware of the individual assistance available, specifically those in south and southwest areas of the county. The mayor said there is a number of ways you can apply for FEMA disaster assistance, including online and in person. In-person options include pop-up locations around the city and the temporary FEMA disaster recovery centers in both Middletown and J-Town. Those are open 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday and from 1 to 7 on Sundays. The deadline to apply is June 25th. You can get more information on disasterassistance.gov. 12:02 here on your Thursday, and taking a look, we've actually got some sunshine behind you. That's a first this week, Matt.
I know. It's been a bit dreary, especially this morning. We started our Thursday off with mostly cloudy skies, and we're starting to see that cloud cover begin to break apart. We're seeing some peaks of sunshine across downtown, and temperatures at a comfortable 73 degrees. Calm winds shaping up to be a fairly nice Thursday afternoon for us. The rest of us seeing those temperatures in the 70s as well. We're at 73 near Bowman Field, 72 Fern Creek, 72 Shepherdsville. Looking great for the afternoon time. 70 Bedford, 73 for you guys further south towards Hodgenville. On satellite and radar, you'll notice that we're staying dry and these clouds continuing to break apart. We're in a stretch of some clear skies that's been around throughout the later parts of the morning, stretching its way from our southwest over towards our northeast. So we're going to continue to stay in this sunny trend until we head later on into the evening hours. You'll notice this patch of showers continuing to make their way across Missouri. That's going to head our direction as we go into the later parts of the evening time and really set up for a rainy Friday morning. We do have more quiet conditions behind this system, though. This is going to make its way towards us just in time for the weekend. Things look good as we head into Saturday and Sunday. We're still going to keep sunshine around for the afternoon, but as we head past midnight and into the morning hours of Friday, that's whenever we really start to see those showers increase, and we're going to have some heavy rain showers as we head into Friday morning. We're going to have all the details about that forecast coming up here in just a few short minutes. Brooke?
Matt, thank you. Right now, 2 teenagers are recovering after separate shootings overnight in the metro. LMPD said just after 8:15 yesterday, a 16-year-old was shot on Daybreak Court near PRP. He was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Police said they are following leads on a possible suspect. Then just after 2 this morning, police said a 15-year-old girl was shot in the leg when shots were fired into a home she was in the Russell neighborhood. That happened on Dr. W.J. Hodge Street. She was taken to the hospital and expected to survive. Police are asking for anyone with information to call that anonymous tip line at 574 LMPD. Well, we have learned the identity of the man shot and killed by an off-duty Jefferson Town officer. Police said he had a violent criminal history. The Jefferson County coroner identified him as 43-year-old Marco Dorsy, who back in 2015 was arrested and charged with robbery and possession of cocaine. According to court records, then, police said Dorsy choked a man and forced him from his vehicle while he was at a red light on South 13th Street. Police said he then stole the victim's car. Well, on Tuesday, Dorsy was shot and killed during an altercation with an off-duty officer on Robeson Road in J-Town. Police said Dorsy was acting erratically and banging on windows before that shooting. There's no body camera video of that incident because the officer was off duty at the time. J-Town has handed the case off to Kentucky State Police to investigate. If you drive in downtown Louisville, you'll want to know about this story. Part of South Preston Street near East Ormsby is down to one lane after a sewer collapse. MSD said it happened yesterday, and it's now working to replace the damaged section. That's a 36-inch pipe, a brick pipe, that's more than 100 years old. Now, despite the cave-in, MSD said the sewer service is not disrupted for nearby homes or businesses. It's unclear how long the lane closure, though, will last. MSD pointed to incidents like this as one of the reasons for the recent utility rate hike coming for Louisville and Oldham County residents. Our Alexander Goldberg and senior photojournalist Alyssa Newton have a look at exactly what MSD says needs fixing.
I mean, we need to stop these institutions from just raising our rates, whenever they feel like it.
Tom Rector paddles down this creek for hours each year. So when MSD says it's raising rates by 4.9% to fix infrastructure and protect local waterways, Rector wants to know the specifics.
I don't know how many houses or businesses there are in Jefferson County, but $4 a month from 250,000 houses times how many businesses, I mean, they're talking about pulling in millions of more dollars.
On South Preston Street and Ormsby Avenue, a sewer collapse on Tuesday, brick-lined, built in the late 1800s when people in Louisville were driving horse and buggies and riding trolleys. MSD says that the rate hikes are because they need to replace old infrastructure, like this brick sewer. It caved in, but it's been standing since 1889. MSD says that this is just one type of project that they need to invest in, other types of projects costing them millions. Aerial video provided by MSD shows the Morris Foreman Water Quality Treatment Center on the Ohio River in southwest Louisville. It's the state's largest. Next year alone, it's taking an $83.5 million investment to modernize. MSD's executive director, Tony Parrott, explains.
But most of the failures in our system are related to aging infrastructure and infrastructure that has been disinvested in over the last 100 years or so.
And Patty's Run flood pumping station on Bell's Lane, keeping floodwaters out of the city with a renovation price tag of $70.2 million for next year.
Folks really experienced the 8th largest flood event in the history of our city. If we have a catastrophic failure in that system, it would be something that would not only impact residents, but businesses, roadways, all sorts of things would be impacted if we had a failure in that system.
Rector says this could be a strain for families living paycheck to paycheck.
$36 a year, that's some money. I mean, that's a reasonable amount of money. You add that with the school board increase, the LG&E increase, and everything keeps going up. And I don't think our wages are going up that much.
He says it's another utility going up, weighing heavy on Louisville pocketbooks. In Louisville, Alexander Goldberg, WHAS11, on your side.
There is a 30-day public comment period to voice your opinion on this, and you can do so by emailing finance@louisvillemsd.org. The Louisville MSD Board will give its final approval in July.